Alright guys, I promised you soup. I'm just late. Been busy. We're gonna do some cream of potato loaded soup, right? Who doesn't like that? What you're gonna need: 1 quart chicken stock, 1.5 cups, a heavy whipping cream, salt, pepper, Italian spices, green onions, about 1/3 of a regular onion, 2 potatoes which you're gonna bake, or I'm gonna bake, and a thicken. We might use a little bit of cornstarch or flour, not sure. Usually it thickens up on its own. And cheese, cheddar cheese to garnish on top with some bacon. So, I'm gonna get this going and we'll see you soon. Okay guys, we have a half-baked potato. I'm finishing it in the broth in this chicken stock. And before I do what I'm gonna do next, I did use butter and I sauteed the onion with a little bit of garlic. And now we need to put in some seasonings. So keep in mind, I'm only making about 5.5 cups. There's only 2 of us here, so we're not getting too crazy with that. So I put in some Italian seasonings. I put in a little bit of pepper, probably about a half teaspoon, something like that. And not too much salt because the stock has salt in it. So yeah, we'll just throw a little bit of kosher salt in there. Okay, that's where we get that started. Now, here's where the thickness magic comes, real easy. We're going to take our emulsion blender. I have potatoes in there. Let me show you. See? Those are the potatoes. We're going to take the emulsion blender, we're going to blast them in there. And that's going to act as a thickening agent, because I try to avoid as much flour, cornstarch, whatever, as I can. So I'm just going to blend these in. We're going to add in the heavy whipping cream. And I have another potato reserve that we're going to pop in there and finish as we simmer it. So you can see, hopefully you can see, the stock's turned that little bit of white from the potatoes in here. And if you don't have an emulsion blender, I really suggest you get one. These things are great. Alright, so now we got that going. We get rid of that head. I don't need to make a bigger mess. Alright, now we're going to add in the heavy whipping cream. Now I did let this sit out for about 20 minutes to take the chill off so it doesn't kill the stock. I don't want the stock to get cold. Okay. Now here's the potato I reserved. We'll finish cooking these in here. Okay. So this will thicken up. Then we'll add in some bacon, a little bit of cheddar cheese, and we'll garnish it with some green onion, more cheddar cheese, and more bacon. It doesn't get much better than that now, does it? Okay, so just gonna thicken, and you'll see the finished product in a little bit. Alright everybody, this thing's kind of done. You can see inside here, this is nice and it's thick. If you don't like it as thick, you can, obviously thin it out. Now it didn't thicken up on its own, so I don't like to use the flour or cornstarch unless I have to. So what I did is I used some powdered potatoes, some instant mashed potatoes, and I put a little bit in there to thicken it up. So this thing is done. So I'm going to serve up a bowl. I'm going to take a bite, and I will always post the recipe online. Now, the one thing I do have to tell you, and I'm actually skipping a spot here, because I do that. I get ahead of myself all the time. I like to put hot sauce in here. I always do. Not a lot, just a little bit. But now I got to add it to this one. Just about a half a teaspoon, something like that. It adds a whole bunch to it. And I will see you in a second. There we go. This is what it all looks like when it's decorated up and you're ready to eat it. The ceremonial. This is one of my favorite things, by the way. Guys, if you don't make this, you're missing out. You guys have a good day. Be nice to each other.